Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us. My name is Brent Edwards. I'm the Director of Finance and Accounting at the Phoenix Renaissance Downtown. And John talked about find what you love, right? But I also think this industry is a lot about not only finding what you love, but loving what you find. So at some points in your career, they may go different ways than you thought. And that's kind of what my story has been with my career. So I graduated with a degree in Chinese. So you think, well, why would you go work in a hotel? Well, I thought I love interacting with people, and Marriott has hotels all over the world. So I hope to go to China someday and work there. So I started at the front desk, worked really hard, became a supervisor, worked my way up through rooms. There were several employees at that hotel that were from China. And so for the 13 years I spent in Salt Lake, I spoke Chinese probably every single day. And I might not have been there, but I feel like I was able to, they helped me, and I think that I might have helped them a little bit. So I came up through rooms, and my first management position was a night audit manager, so I worked overnight. I then did a front desk manager, front office manager, and then did a director of services position. So I was over housekeeping, and then I was a director of rooms. And at that point, I decided I wanted to go back to school. So I went back and got my master's degree, and I switched disciplines. So I went to the dark side. So I was in operations, and I moved over to finance and accounting. Which made me very unique, right? Because there's not a lot of, at least in the Marriott world, there's not a lot of director of finance and accounting out there that have the operational background. And so I loved rooms. I was very passionate about taking care of guests, much like Jake. What I realized was, John sells the room, and Jake has to execute it, and I did too have to execute it. After the director of finance gave me these monetary restrictions, right? So Jake has a really tough job, but he does it beautifully. I moved over into a completely different discipline, and I kind of had to learn to love a new thing. But I've been able to do that. And everything that I've done, people say, do you like this better? And I say, I've loved it all. And I still have the opportunity to interact on the operational side. I have a little bit more control about how I interact on the operational side, but I still go and strip rooms, and I still interact with guests in the lobby, and I still get to do all of those things. And so it's just a great industry to be in, and you've chosen a very good career to go after. I know I talked to some of you that want to be in restaurants. You can do all of that at hotels. There's just lots of opportunities. So we're excited to be here, and hopefully shed some light on where you want to go and what you want to do.